I hope you're having an amazing day. My name is Colin, and in this video we're going to have a look at Virtual's protocol. So Virtual's protocol obviously hasn't been around as long as other protocols, however has made significant strides since it launched. Very interesting chart to look at. In this video, a complete review of the token and of course the price prediction, where it can go in the upcoming market, because there's definitely a lot of opportunity. Once a token has made this type of rally, it is unlikely for that pattern not to repeat. However, there are some big dependencies. So this token actually launched end of 2023, right? So we were kind of in the end phases of the bearish trend in the market, right? It didn't do that much for quite a considerable period, right? Which is basically about 12 months. It didn't really do anything. Nobody knew too much about it or what was going on. Now, the AI agent meta aligned with the growth of Solana, therefore, right, stimulated basically this type of environment, right? We're looking here at Solana all-time highs in 2024, right? Or we can even take that from the launch. You can see nothing much was happening here, right? 2023. Then it was the 21st of October 2023, which basically happened before it launched, right? That there was like a small warm up, right? It's $20 at that time. Now the peak, right, or kind of the rally happened, was here. So this is the 20th of November 24. 20th of November 24, we're looking at this period here, which you can really see that there is a big spike, basically running from something like $20 all the way to something like $250, which is a 10x increase on Solana alone, which allowed Virtuals to basically go from a level here of 5 cents all the way to $4.50, which is like a tremendous gain, right? This got a lot of awareness, a lot of eyeballs. So what you will see is you'll see like big Twitter, big following, a lot of smart followers on that handle, because it was really trending at that time. The AI agent meta was hot, the AI agent meta was trending, and they were basically holding that first mover advantage, right? Which suited them. And it went really well. They did really well. However, at some point, the meta just became unsustainable, right? Based on the inflated FDV. So that period, basically from here, let's say the initial rally, let's measure it here. 24th of November, so to the first week of March, right? So it lasts for 4 to 5 months, right? But you can see like an apparent crash from 450 to about here 50 cents. And now the market was the general market heating up basically in May, and that is what Virtuals is also experiencing. So the last year, let's say, we have that big rally here, right? It's under a year ago, and now I mean, it's still really well from something that was once 5 cents to sitting now at $1.50, holding a FDV of $1.4 billion almost, market cap at 900 million. Really, really good. We have some indicators on the chart here, some exchange listings, Bybit Spot, Bybit Futures, Bithumb Notice, Binance Futures, right? Then Coinbase Futures, and here the Binance Spot. And you can see it did have some momentum, but that momentum is obviously also aligned with the actual, momentum scaling in the market. Now, when we go to the actual app of Virtuals, you can see that they have a lot of work done on the actual platform compared to what it looked like in the beginning, right? You got the AI agents, the trending ones, the spotlight ones, the ones that basically how they can interact together. Genesis launches. They have a variety of different explainers and obviously launches coming up as well, right? Pledging, upcoming, succeeded, failed to launch. Now you got the ACP build, right? So they're trying to basically expand the opportunity of what the agents can do. Now the problem with most of these agents initially is there was this rapid adjustment of people looking at Virtuals, and they were like, oh my God, what can it do? This is crazy. There's like massive opportunities here. These these agents can trade for us, they can do all kinds of things, it's magnificent. And yes, although this was true initially, I feel for retail expectations there was too little follow through on actually innovative tech. You know, it might have taken more time, which is really normal, just not aligned with the expectations of what retail wants. And this is basically where you see that speculative bubble of a price, which is basically unobtainable for like just a token launcher, right? Although they are around AI agents, it wasn't as technologically advanced that you're basically launching like ChatGPT agents or a structure of that. So at 460, it would basically be 4 times the amount that we're currently looking at. Between that, you'll be looking at a $4 billion FDV, which is definitely inflated. However, you can imagine that if you got in even at 10 cents and then just exit at like $4, I mean, that's like a dream trade for an opportunity to go into, right? So I think everybody did really well on Virtual's protocol with the token. The only people that didn't do well was the people that basically got in at $4, 460, anywhere on that level before it basically crashed, because you can see some big buys here from 260 to 370 that happened in a period of like a day and a half, right? Those people are not going to be happy, but that's part of the game. Now, the alignment with Solana, I think, is quite interesting to look at. So July, where did I put it? So here, let's put it after, just before the peak. Yeah, so October 24. And here we put it at October 24. About there. No, I said October 24, about there. So the patterns are not extremely similar. You have like 2 tops here. So there's another top here in January, which is not resembled here. It's just a decline, but that might be that inflation, right? Other than that, it looks pretty similar. Like a lot of the eyeballs at the moment are on Ethereum. Ethereum is pumping. Solana hasn't really done that much, although they have had a magnificent rally as one of the, basically the first ecosystem, you know, the Trump coin, meme coin, pump fund, everything on the Solana ecosystem made it already do a 10x from the depths of the bear market, right? Even higher if you got in there. So yeah, here we saw like the local all-time high, 253, 256. It's at 200 now, so it's in a very good position. It obviously correlates to where this is running, right? Now, of course, Virtual's protocol scale to base, it really didn't take off as significantly as it could potentially had if that was done like earlier. So these are all like base. I don't even know what it looks like, because here all the trending ones are on base. Maybe I'm just confusing it completely. I'm mimicking it to Solana, but Solana came after, actually. I just remember it right now. I'm just basically confusing it completely, where originally they were running it on base. So the AI agent meta, although relevant to Solana, don't get me wrong, right? Because a lot of AI agents were also deployed on Solana. It kind of leaned into that, you know, pump fund, whole meme coin ecosystem, because a lot of these AI agents had like significantly meme-ish vibes. But Virtual's protocol actually didn't start on Solana, they were on base, right? And all the core runners, as you can see, were on base. So the whole complete, so I do apologize for the confusion. I'm tripping perhaps. I mean, it's 8 a.m. in the morning, so I'll just blame it on that. But yeah, you can see all the tokens here on base. Now, when I spoke to Virtuals, we were talking about the Solana integration. This is like months ago, so perhaps that's where the confusion comes from. It doesn't matter, the pattern is still the same, however, right? There's no base token to compare it to, the momentum, but the pattern analysis is still the same. I would say, do note it's a little bit less relevant if it's not directly deploying, but the market momentum with Virtuals relative to agents being deployed on Solana, we can basically only measure it against Solana, right? Because that's basically where the trend pattern came from. Now, the question is, what is the opportunity here for the general market? The opportunity here for the general market, I believe, lies in the fact that AI agents will come back and they will have to become more relevant, more of a niche audience, less hype. So Virtuals will still be like the leading name to basically go to. if we zoom out, will it be able to hit $5 again in a bull run? Likely. Specifically if they cater to multiple ecosystems and not just base, if they're going to layer it with like what they're doing right now, like extensions of utility. I think these things are very important. And then I am quite confident that this will see an easy all-time high again in the foreseeable future once we go into that strong alt season. So, like I said, I do apologize for the confusion there, but the analysis stays the same. High potential token here, but that's just my opinion. I think this is like a safe bet. We're not looking for like a token price of $50. We will just see a retrace to all-time high based on market potential within the AI engine space. This is everything for today. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.